You from India, a big thank you from all the people of India for all that you have done for the country, for all that you stand for all the high principles and contributions that each one of you makes.
After concluding high-level meeting in Ottawa, Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal arrived in Toronto, where he paid tribute at the Air India Memorial and later interacted with members of the Indian diaspora. At the memorial, the minister laid a wreath in remembrance of the victims of the 1985 Air India tragedy. Family members and community representatives also attended the solemn ceremony. Piyush Goyal said such tragedies should never be repeated and stressed the importance of unity, peace, and cooperation against terrorism.
I think it's really important that the minister is coming here today to lay a wreath. This is Canada's largest mass murder. There were 331 innocent people that were murdered by a terrorist event. And it's very nice for the families that the minister is coming to lay a wreath and pay his respect for the people that have passed. And also that we don't forget about this tragedy, even though it's been 41 years since it happened.
It's great to see, the Indian administration is coming here. And this tragedy happened, 40 years ago, right? And it's still now they are start recognizing this is not an Indian tragedy, not a Canadian tragedy, it's a human tragedy. And that's why last time I see Modi ji was here, and now all the dignity from Canadian government, they were here too.
Later, addressing a larger community reception hosted by the Council General of India, the minister highlighted India's rapid economic growth and transformation under Prime Minister Narendra Modi's leadership. Piyush Goyal said India and Canada have significant opportunities to expand cooperation in trade, investment, innovation, energy, and technology. He praised the Indian diaspora for acting as a strong bridge between the two countries and said people-to-people ties remain one of the biggest strengths of the India-Canada relationships. During his Canada visit, the minister held discussions with Canadian leaders and trade officials regarding the ongoing Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, also known as CEPA. Both sides discussed increasing bilateral trades, improved investment opportunities, and strengthening the economic cooperation in sectors including agri-food, infrastructure, clean energy, and advanced technology. The minister also spoke about the importance of the organizations like Canada-India Foundation and other Indo-Canadian businesses and community groups that continue working to strengthen the relations between the two nations through dialogue, partnerships, and community engagements.
Our economy was weak when we came into government in 2014. Low in growth, high inflation, dwindling foreign currency reserves, banking sector in a shambles. I think that year banks had non-performing loans and restructured loans as high as 12 or 13%, collectively making a huge loss. The public sector banks alone probably made a 80,000 crore rupee annual loss. Investors were fighting shy of India. Things have changed. Today, you go anywhere in the world. After all, High Commissioner just mentioned that I was received by Prime Minister Carney. I met Ms. Anita Anand, the Foreign Minister, Mr. MacDonald, the Agriculture Minister. It was not Piyush Goyal that they were meeting. It was 1.45 billion Indians.
Enhancing our relationship and putting together much in the way of business to business, bilateral trade. We know that Prime Minister Carney, when he visited a few months ago, that he wanted to double our trade with India to $70 billion. And I think that is very doable with the trade delegation that went to India and now, of course, the trade delegation from India visiting to Canada.
Glad to be here to welcome Piyush Goyal, the Minister of Trade and Commerce, from India. I have traveled all the way from Ottawa to come attend this thing as I was invited to this reception. I think it's a great idea for Canada and India to improve relations. I think there's endless opportunities.
India and Canada have a very positive and long-standing bilateral ties, which is based on mutual interest and respect for each other. And minister's visit comes right on time, and it is very crucial that India and Canada to strengthen those cultural and economic ties between the two countries. And today's gathering is a very positive and welcoming step in continuing that dialogue and building that trust and strengthening those ties.
You cannot ignore, we are not only over 1 billion people in India, but we are over 49 million in the diaspora across the world. Indian is going to be the fastest growing demographic in North America, specifically in Canada, and the largest. So it is about time, and I'm so glad it's happened.
Speaking during interaction and interviews around the visit, Piyush Goyal said both India and Canada are working towards building stronger economic and diplomatic relations for the future. He added that stronger trade partnerships and deeper community engagement would benefit businesses, students, professionals, and families in both countries.
No, the visit was very successful. Mr. Piyush Goyal came on Monday morning, and he's had a really hectic schedule. A schedule where he's had meetings after meetings. He met the Prime Minister, he met Foreign Minister Anita Anand, he had extensive discussions with his counterpart Maninder Sidhu. They had multiple meetings to discuss the SEPA and other issues. He also met the Agriculture Minister Heath MacDonald. He had a meeting with Chambers of Commerce and businesses which came to discuss the B2B meetings. He had brought a delegation of more than 112 members, one of the largest delegations ever to go out of India. And they had extensive meetings with their counterparts in Canada. And from what I've last heard, they have had a lot of deals that were signed. He had meeting with the professional organizations. He had meeting with the Maple 8, the investors community here. He met the Mid-Maple, he met the banks. He met individually some of the top companies like Fairfax, Sun Life, CPPIB, CPDQ, all the big companies, including with Neo. He met with critical minerals companies. So it has been a packed schedule that he's been having. Of course, he met the Indian diaspora also. And it was a huge turnout. More than 600-700 people in a room had come to meet with him. So it was a very successful visit. What the visit was important is, first of all, it showed that things are back to normal when visits happen between both sides. And he was received at the highest level in Canada. And so this gives a very positive signal to everybody that India-Canada relations, the reset has already happened. And now both countries are working together to see how we can move to the next level.
That before end of this year, the SEPA will be signed. So these are all very positive and very encouraging because we have a very strong diaspora here, over 3 million, and people-to-people ties are very strong.
The reset is the fast track. As you see the energy and the information what Honorable Minister has given us in this trip, and his engagement with from diaspora to business, chamber to chamber, alumni to alumni, and what both countries want is to have this relationship is already reset, but to fast track and to make a new chapter moving on.
From Canada, this is Tarun Paul Singh.